Yep.
Go. Okay. It's time for a new Subscriber Monday 52. We fucked up the last one due to me not turning my mic on, so we had to restart the stream, sadly. So here it is. This week features Slarty. We're doing a new format where we're going to do joint commentary. And this week with me is Chavez, friend Chavez. Introduce yourself.
Hi, guys.
So pretty much every Monday, at the start of the live stream on Monday, we will do a live Subscriber Monday, and then we'll highlight it and put it up on YouTube. I'll make the thumbnail probably after the live stream, because, you know, you can't really do it during the live stream. And it'll be at least 2 people commentating. Probably 3 sometimes. But yeah, into the replay. He took a shot at the E2, splashed it for no damage. It doesn't... He's using the 304's gun, so low pen, really good arc, really rapid firing, but no splash, really. I think it's only like 2.2, something like that.
And this already is kind of an annoyance, and it just keeps pummeling you and pummeling you and pummeling you, and it keeps you tracked.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if you get tracked by it, whether it's the Crusader with this gun or the FE304, you get tracked by it, and you know it has a small gun. Repair the track. Don't just sit there taking it. It's not going to be right.
And when it lands well, it does a good amount of damage, as you can see on this ARL-44. It does 178 to him, and look what he does right here in about 10 seconds later. Another great hit right there.
That was a splash, too, which is kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even hit him. And he's still going for the arrow, which is probably a good idea because it's a heavy tank. Better to get out of the way. Plus, it's a big target. Hits it for 482, which is above his average roll, and he actually penned it, which is also surprising.
And you can aim for those engine decks with this tank. You have to do that because it's such a small caliber and it has very little penetration. But you do have the accuracy and the aim time to aim for engine decks, and he did it right there, and he landed. It's a great shot.
And keep in mind here, like he was firing behind a mountain, still at arc, but if you look at the map, he only has 1 tank on that corner left, so he's actually running away now, which is a good decision because if that tank dies and they rush, they're gonna spot him because he's pretty close. The FE304's gun does not have range. As you can see by the minimap, the red line is the extent of his range. So he had to be pretty close to the combat.
And that's a really good example why he just did this KV-1. He tracked him for 27 damage, but you see the KV-1 uses repair kit. And the repair kit is so undervalued in this game. It's such a critical aspect of this game. And this already can really make you use your repair kit and use your med pack and those kind of things. Quite annoying.
Indeed. But it's, yet again, it's one of those things where you kind of have to use it, or you're going to just get pummeled repeatedly.
See, this guy right here.
It's like a death of 1,000 cuts, really, is what it comes down to. And I actually missed that. Did he track the E2 and then kill it?
Yeah, he did. He tracked him and then killed him. Yeah, great shot, Tom.
So he doesn't have the range anymore, but the good thing about the Crusader, it seems like it's slow, because when he was going forward, quote unquote, he was only going, what, 12, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
However, the gun's mounted backwards. So his reverse is actually going forward. And
those cheeky British engineers.
Yeah. So he's moving forward, or in reverse, to get to the combat. And getting range, really. And, you know, it's a good thing that they have that 12T, which was sniping from the back the whole game, because he's full health, which could be interesting.
That's how you play your light tanks.
I personally play in the back.
Oh, yeah.
You have to snipe with those, really. Why would you scout on a light tank? Or
and that's another thing it's very underrated in with arty players. I mean, there's a difference between relocating so you can get another good corridor of shots, but some arties just move so they don't get countered. And I really like what he's doing right here. He's using his mobility, and he knows that his gun is very accurate and it's got a short aim time. So I like what he's doing. He keeps moving like this. Good play.
The thing is, like, a lot of arty will move so they don't get countered, but not many arty will actually move to get a better shot when they don't have shots.
Yeah.
So you have to keep in mind, yes, you want to move so you don't get countered, which is kind of obvious, but you also want to move so that you can get shots if you don't have them.
Because if he didn't move, then he wouldn't have won this game. I mean, he really did some good stuff in this game.
Yeah. He had a shot on that M12, but unfortunately hit. Oh, that could be bad. M44 out of nowhere. He's gonna. He gets rammed by the M44, so I'm assuming he's. No, he's just bad. Okay.
And you saw the great backwards traverse of the Crusader SP right there. I mean, he did get a bit lucky with the M44 missing, but he did a good job in a nice juke right there.
Yeah, I don't know what the M44 was doing. He could have easily killed him, but instead he tried ramming him, and I don't know, just missed him at point blank range for the most part. But that's one of the good things about the Crusader, and bad things about it. The gun's mounted backwards, so when you're running away, you can still shoot at stuff. But at the same time, if you're running towards stuff, you can't shoot them until you pass them or turn around, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. So they're losing 10-12, 817 HP to 1,189, and he's trying to get into a position where he can spot, and I'm assuming get shots, because he's the quickest one left alive, and there's an M12. So he's gonna aim quicker than the M12, and he does hit it, which is good.
Very nice headshot right there.
Indeed. So now the problem is the Sherman 3, which I think that one has the derp gun. Someone was commenting about a Sherman using heat with the derp gun, because it one-shot something. I think it was that one, but I could be wrong.
So he does a good job. He versus uses the ridge to hide his very low profile tank and spots the Sherman and misses him, but he spots for the S51, and S51 puts a really nice shot in.
And this is just...
This is ridiculous.
This is just cruel.
This is just arty at its finest.
And
doesn't go anywhere near the reticule, and he just okay, all right.
Directly hits him too. Like, that's just fucking brutal. Simply brutal. So now, they're winning at this point, and they're up by HP, but it could be tricky because the enemy has a Crusader, which I'm assuming probably has a big gun, so it could easily kill him or splash him. And they still have a light tank, although the light tank hasn't been spotted, so it could be AFK, it could be a bot, or it could just be hiding in a corner really well. But you don't know, really, which is a problem. Whereas Slarty's team only has Artie, and they don't have the best view ranges for the most part, so this could get quite interesting. Now, his allied Artie is moving up at this point, so he won't be going in alone, which means if the Artie does kill him or his ally, the other allied Artie or Slarty could, in theory, kill the enemy Artie.
And right now he's got to take his time and be quite careful, because the light tank can easily outplay him and out-traverse him, really, and definitely put some big pressure on Slarty here. So he's got to be careful. He knows what he's doing.
And as you can see, he's, you know, he's scouting the little corner that Artie usually hides in, or Tank Destroyer usually hide in, and make sure there's nothing here, which is a good thing, because they haven't spotted either of the enemy, so he could be anywhere really, which is kind of a problem. And he stopped going forward, he's backing up so that he has a shot on anything that might pop up. The SU-8 finds the Crusader SP. He's aiming, doesn't quite have the range, and the SU-8 is dead. So he now has the range, and he has an arc over the mountain, so he could hit it.
And look at this arc. This is just artillery.
Now, he definitely hit where it was, and it wasn't a direct hit, and that implies that the Crusader most likely realized he was about to get shot and move. Or he just got really lucky. Which, it might just be he got really lucky. So, now it comes down to he has to move in. The S51 is capping, putting pressure on the enemy team, which is a good thing. Because it's gonna draw him out. And Slarty should be able to take advantage of that.
And in these kinds of situations, you can't get overconfident and go right at the enemy just because you feel like you have a fast tank or you feel like you have the advantage. You know, you always need to realize what your enemy team is capable of. So putting pressure on the
Oh,
cap right now is a good idea.
and he missed the shot on the Crusader SP. However, he does have a quick reload, so it might not hurt them that much. And he's at 5 kills, 1,470 damage right now. And can he get it? S51 missed. Slarty did not miss. That's Top Gun in an arty piece, which is not bad.
Fantastic play by Slarty right there. Nice loop over the little undulation right there.
So now the question is, the enemy light tank has not been spotted, so where is it? Is it a bot? Is it AFK? Is it just hiding in a corner? Depending on which one it is, this could be a problem for him, because it could easily kill him.
Now, what I would be concerned about if I was Slarty right here is I would have been concerned about the Crusader, excuse me, going back to the cap. But once we put pressure on the cap, I would have thought he was coming back. And no, he's AFK.
And he misses the shot. However, he does have a quick reload, but there's only 4 seconds left on the cap. Can he reload in time to get that 7th kill? Or will he low roll, is the question. And he gets it.
Bang.
That's
Well played, Slarty right there.
Indeed. A really, really good game.
Kind of a letdown that the Crusader was AFK. I would have liked to have a little duel, but still a good game by Slarty.
I mean, I think whether or not he was AFK or not, they probably still would have won by cap. But
Yeah, definitely.
you have to figure that when a tank dies, they extend the game a little bit. So maybe he could have decapped, maybe, but I doubt it. So onto the after battle result. So he got Ace Tanker, which is not surprising at all, really. Bruiser, High Caliber, Top Gun, which is really impressive in an arty. Counter Battery. Top Damage, also pretty impressive, with 2,270. And 7 kills, 931 experience. Which is actually top damage for both teams. And surprisingly enough, I'm not sure if you can see the after battle result or not, but the top damage on the enemy team was also a Crusader SP.
Yeah, and you know, I'm one to I'm guilty of this, and sometimes when I'm in a tier 9 game or I'm playing a tier 10 and I see a bat chat, a tier 9 bat chat, or one of a rapid fire arty, I'm like, oh, okay, that's not too bad, because they don't do a huge amount of alpha like a T92 or a Conqueror does, and especially in these low tiers, you know, if I'm in an E2. A Sherman E2 and I see a Crusader, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. But this gameplay really shows you how big of a threat they can be. And the 2 Crusaders, as you pointed out, Dave, did the top damage on both teams. So well played to those 2 guys.
And it is fair to point out as well that the enemy Crusader actually had the Top Gun. So,
yes,
you know, it still has a pretty rapid fire on the Top Gun, clearly. And he fired 23 shots that game. Hit 9 of them, and actually got 6 splash damage hits as well, for 2,270 damage. But here's the real kicker. In an arty piece, only 1,010 of that was at 300 meters or further. Which is actually kind of surprising. He spotted 1 enemy. Also kind of surprising. I would have expected him to get a bit more spotting, considering he was kind of playing like a scout at the end. He damaged 8 enemies, destroyed 7. And made 16,094 credits without premium, and 1,397 experience without premium, which is not bad at all. Especially considering he didn't have premium, that's actually really good.
So yeah, well played to Slarty. He used all of his tank's attributes and advantages quite well to carry the game, and he used his mobility to negate the distance that his gun can fire quite well. He always was moving, always was relocating, and made his movements very unpredictable, and that's why he won the game.
Indeed. And it's kind of rare to actually see arty gameplay, which isn't boring at all. And
yes, good point.
It's actually see arty like relocating and moving around and trying to help the team, which is kind of surprising.
And you know, I'm one that likes a lot of rapid gameplay. I like medium tanks, and you know, if I were to play an arty, it would be a Crusader, or one of the British lower tier ones, because you know, when you miss in like a T92 or an S51 like his counterpart was playing in that replay, can be quite frustrating with 35 or 40-second reload, and the accuracy is a lot worse than the aim time is as well. So it is quite fun to play these British arties because they're so rapid fire, and they can be very rewarding at the same time.
But yeah, so that's Subscriber Monday. You know, hopefully everybody enjoys the new format. I certainly think it's better. I enjoyed it quite a bit more than just
It
doing
was
post
fun.
commentary. Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it.
All right. So we'll probably be rotating who does it each week, assuming depending on who's here and who wants to do it. I would expect at least 2 people to be doing it each week, possibly 3, maybe 4.
I think Nation's up next week.
I'm not sure if he's here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was actually supposed to be changed this week, but he kind of died.
I'll have to hold Nation over the fire and make him do it then.
I think he's on a trip.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we should probably get actually into playing tanks at this point. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
yes.